Buongiorno, everyone. Welcome to the Magpie Channel TV. We've got the live watch along here for the Crystal Palace game home in the Premier League. Sorry for the delay. A few little technical issues behind the scenes there. Everyone getting sorted and prepared in that. Rubenstein's just joined with. Before we get started, we're literally just a couple of seconds away from kickoff here. Before we get started, I'd just like to give a shout out to the new sponsor, SpiderVPN. All the links to their information are in the description below. And just want to say rest in peace to Captain Sir Tom Moore, who's passed away today. So that's a bit shit. He was the shining star of 2020. We've moved into 2021 and it's all gone tits up. Oh, and before we get started, look, he was joining the fucking party.
Hey.
That was the next thing I was going to say. Big Renty's just got on the fucking plane. That was the next one. I was just going to give a little bit of update on Big Renty's whereabouts, but there he is, live in the flesh.
Yeah, boys, I'm here. I'm about to take off, so it's going to be short and sweet. If you can hear us, you can hear us in the mask.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we're good. How are you getting on?
We've got a little bit of a slight problem, lads. They're showing the Man United game.
It'll probably be just as good.
Hey.
You mean you don't want to watch fucking routine
It
football,
seems
you
to
know?
be flicking between the two. Seems to be flicking between the two. So if there's a goal, I think I'll catch it. But
yeah.
Let's wait and see.
Have you not got Wi-Fi on the plane?
No, this is just 4G, mate, because we haven't left the left the gate yet. We should be any second, like.
No, just because some long haul flights do like complimentary Wi-Fi and stuff on board. But
Are you fine with
there
us,
is
like Emirates or something?
Etihad.
Jonjo?
Oh, fucking hell, Jonjo!
Oh, we scored!
What a shot!
Fucking hell!
Getting up. Hopefully it updates.
Wow.
What a
Me, we
strike.
we scored. Mine is up.
Always rated a-
Inside a minute and a half.
Wow.
Less than what, 70 seconds? 70, 80 seconds we've taken the lead. Miggy flicks it over on the left-hand side. Crossed in. Wilson's got it, puts it out to Shelvey on the edge of the box, and he drills one bottom corner. What a goal.
You'd get
I
the
don't
song
know.
on, I
Brilliant.
think.
Red,
Absolute
you got the
brilliant
big
play, that.
Jordan haircut. I got the Jonjo.
Hopefully he's switched to it in a minute.
At the minute, you'd rather have the Jonjo Shelvey. Who's the better of the two? Fucking hell, what a
Not
start.
a bad start, eh?
Absolute
Wow.
wicked start.
Didn't expect that coming on here, I've got to say.
And I mean, I nearly missed it. I was thinking,
What have I agreed to is what I was thinking earlier.
On an aeroplane
What a
before
goal.
every game.
now that's the good luck charm.
Aye.
Well, I can let you know that there's been a send off at Old Trafford.
Is it?
Is there?
Already?
So Southampton player's been sent off.
Wow.
Fucking hell. It's been sent off?
That's all I can watch, boys. I kind of see I haven't even seen Shelvey's goal yet.
Oh, mate, it's an absolute belter.
Hey, Joe Willock's giving the kick up the arse that he needed.
Must have.
Aye. Get a Grim and Joe Willock. That's the combination.
That is a cracking goal, like.
They literally just barely got started there. Like, literally from 70
Thumps into the
seconds
ground.
in, aye. What a goal.
I'm waiting for Abu Dhabi TV to update us, yeah, like.
I was just going to say, who are you actually flying with as a Fly Emirates? So
Oh, yeah, I
The
haven't
other
seen the boys now, boy.
there we go.
Oh, it's
Catching
froze
up.
as soon as it's St. James Park.
No.
It literally froze as the goal went in. Had there, Shelvey, edge of the box. Ball volley, into the ground. Lovely stuff. Have a bit of that, like.
Absolute. Have some of that in your arsehole on a fucking Tuesday night.
I can't remember the last time we scored that early, to be fair. Well, Almiron won it, actually.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. A few weeks ago now. It was that against? Can't remember.
Fulham, wasn't it? No.
West Brom. West Brom, I think.
West Brom, aye.
Aye. What's the fucking crack with
Well,
Sheffield United at the minute, though? You seen their result tonight?
I know.
I'm glad, me, like. Keep
Fucking
West Brom down there, but Sheffield United, they could be on the madness. Could be doing a Sunderland.
Aye, right. Like, we've given them the fucking kickstart that they needed.
I know. We don't look as bad anymore, which I like as well.
Yankovic for Southampton sent off in 2 minutes.
That's good effort, that.
It's not a bad effort. Like, I like to say you challenge, they got you a straight red card in less than a fucking 90 seconds. Good effort.
What a start.
I'm sure Geordie Rick's beaten that before.
But it's going to be like match of the day for me. Yeah, I'm only going to be able to see the goals.
I remember Geordie Rick
tiny
broke
thing.
someone's leg in about 3 minutes.
See me.
So he loved a hard challenge, didn't he?
It wasn't even the fact that he loved the hard challenge. He was just a horrible, horrible man.
He's just an absolute prick. He's just like what you see on on the fan cams. Just an absolute bellend.
I think we should be leaving any second, so I love yous and leave yous, and hopefully the goals keep on coming and the 3 points are sealed.
No worries, boss.
Yeah.
Right. Take care, mate.
See you later, boys. Enjoy the game.
Have a good one.
But
That was a nice
yeah,
surprise.
that's literally what I was going to get into. That was going to be my next mention. I was going to mention the sponsor. I was going to mention Captain Tom. Then I was going to mention the update on Rent. He's just got on the plane. He was delayed. That was what happened. He was meant to fly last night, but his flight got cancelled. I think it was the second flight. He had to change airlines like on Friday. I think his flight got cancelled on Friday, so he had to change airlines. Got to Heathrow yesterday, due to fly at about the same time. I think it was like the same flying time. And I wasn't allowed on the flight, so he had to cancel and go again today.
I was thinking, how's he not there yet? I was wondering if he had to do a stopover or something.
Nah, he's literally just got on the plane at Heathrow.
Wow.
Sick that.
So, we're about 6 minutes in there, and I'll introduce people. We've got Pooley. Pooley's there. Good to see you, mate. It's been a while. How are you getting on?
Good, mate. Aye, it certainly has been a while. It's probably been, well, mid-lockdown when we did that quiz that you absolutely nailed everyone on. That was probably me last appearance. But before that...
You're not done a fan camp since then?
Nah, I don't think so, mate. But
going
forward in the future, don't work weekends anymore.
Yes, that's the absolute massive bonus.
Oh, yes. So I plenty more of me and the big fat baldy head and plenty of beer and 3 points.
You like the white Tim Howard?
Mate, that has been my aspiration for about 5 or 6 years. But I've not quite been going bald enough, and my beard never quite comes in thick enough. But now the beard does come in quite well, and obviously I'm going bald, so I've got the other side of the coin now.
You've got quite the opposite to me and Rubenstein. We've got luscious locks. Rubenstein, how are you getting on? Usually in the comments on the watch-alongs now you're joining in.
I know, yeah, I am. Well, I can still do a comment. Yeah, I'm not bad, mate, as you say. Good to see that we've brought in the saviour that is Graham, and things are starting to look up a little bit at the minute. But otherwise, I'm all right. I'm desperate for a haircut, though. I need to find out where Joe Linton gets his done.
There he is.
Because I'm... I am good, mate.
Shout out to everyone in the comments. I haven't seen either of you since the weekend's win. Is Golden Graham the saviour, or does Bruce deserve any of the credit?
What do you think?
Well, I know what you're going to say, but I just want to hear you say it.
Well, I think what sums it up for me is, have you seen the clip of the press conference where Bruce is asked? So one of the reporters says, "Oh yeah, so what about the appointment of Graham Jones? Like, what a coup that is, sort of thing." And he just he looks sick, doesn't he?
Then he just rolls his eyes a bit, doesn't he? He's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, man, this."
And I love that.
He's getting proper all wound up, like, any.
Oh,
good corner in there. Fraser with the balls in.
So uncomfortable.
Go on, Hendrick. Oh, just wide. Fucking hell, we're going for it, lads. Honestly, this is it. This is it.
I was going to say that was the biggest thing when we played Everton. I'll obviously take 3 points any day, but it was the fact that we actually looked like we were bothered. First time in a long time. And we've started the same way here.
I think that game could go level as the best game this season. Maybe with like the Liverpool game, but we didn't really get out of Liverpool game. We were absolute buzzing over a 0-0. Well, that one, that was actually a difference. We actually went for it, got 2 goals. Fucking what a performance. Like an attacking formation, and all a 4-3-3, which is the same we're going with today. The exact same starting lineup, really, with the exception of Clark coming in for the injured Lascelles. Fraser even starts. Like, this is what I don't get about Brucey. He always like talks shit in his press conferences, doesn't he? So Fraser was a big doubt coming into this game as he's got an illness. And he's bigging up Saint-Maximin again. Oh well, he's made a few substitute appearances. Looks like he's ready to start. What does he do? He starts the one that's ill and benches the one who's ready to start. What the fuck are you talking about, Brucey? So there's another start for Fraser there. We'll see how he gets on. Like, he could be one to watch. Like, maybe need to make an early change. I thought Saint-Maximin coming on the other day. Like, I think he could have done with that about 5-10 minutes earlier because we're dying for a little bit of pace there.
I get the fact that he's wanting to leave St. Max till the end to try and give a little bit of extra, have a bit of an extra go. But I think, get him on from the start. Like, look at the way we started today's game. Like, sometimes it might be just as valuable to give him the first 20. Like, you give him the first half. Let's get ahead in a game rather than waiting until the end. Let's try and get one up like we've done with St. Max on the pitch, get an extra. But Brucey likes to bring him on at the end, doesn't he? So
he does. I mean, that's usually the biggest criticism of him. He usually takes way too long to get his changes done. But that was a good one. But he still seems a little bit slow, Saint-Maximin. Like, I don't want to rush him back too quick. I don't want to ruin what he's been building up. Like, I didn't want him to get knackered too soon. But on the other hand, I still don't think Ryan Fraser's fully fit. Other than a few good crosses, he hasn't really looked that energetic, has he?
No, I think he's been a bit. But it was one of obviously, if the signings were made, Fraser on a free, I was pretty happy about that, thinking linking him up with Wilson. It was a match made in heaven before we even started.
Yeah,
and then for injuries and this, that, and the other, Fraser's not really had his time to shine. Maybe he's trying to get it now, but as you say, he doesn't look right, does he? When he is on, so.
Deadline day signing Pooley last night. What do you make of Joe Willett coming in?
Never heard of him.
For real?
Yeah, of course it's a weird one, it took us back to the summer of, to the January of, probably 2007, 2008, when we were sitting, we didn't really have anyone coming through the door, and then you hear, there's a signing coming in from Newcastle United.
Sibierski.
It was announced, and it was Antoine Sibierski.
I can tell you're a big fan.
Mate, massive fan, dedicated haircut. But everyone was doom and gloom about it, and he went on, and he was a standout player for probably 12 to 18 months. He did very good when he was here.
He was outstanding. Like, he was a shit signing, but he was actually an absolute solid player. So
what I'm trying to get at is Joe Willock isn't going to get me excited to watch Newcastle United, but hopefully, if we can get some sort of Sibierski form out of him, then we'll be laughing. But
Nate Bentleb.
No Kennedy on his second loan. Kennedy first loan.
We'll get something out of him and, send him back to Arsenal, hopefully with some good form.
I've seen mixed opinions of him. Like, Arsenal fans particularly, like some saying you can have him, he's shit, but the majority of them are he's really good. Like, you're getting a good player there. I hope he does well. Like he's 21 years old. He's still a young kid. He's made about nearly 80 appearances for the first team. He's won an FA Cup, Community Shield. He's got Europa League experience. He's got 11 goals at such a young age for a centre mid. He might be alright. Give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he's a better signing than what Chowdhury is, because Chowdhury is just too defensive. At least Willock is a bit more of a number 8. He can play a bit. Chowdhury's Chowdhury's just like a Hayden, probably a shitter Hayden. Do we need that? No, we don't. Do we need someone to get on the ball and drive forward, create attacks? That's why I think Willock's better. Is he an outstanding signing or we're buzzing by it? Not really, but just get the kid the benefit of the doubt. Just wait and see what he does. Yeah, absolutely. I
mean, to be fair, he's been kept out the team by Emile Smith-Rowe, who since coming into the starting 11 for Arsenal has been outstanding. I've been a fan of him for a couple of years. That's the thing. He's played a few, cup games. He's had a few cup runs in the past, and he's came into the first team, and he's playing extremely well. So I don't really mind, you know, getting a loanee from Arsenal because they've got a good history bringing through the youth or developing players.
Wilson wins it well there, win a corner.
Joe Linton would have scored that. But you know, hopefully he's got the same sort of pedigree, and we can get something out of him for the next 5 months, 4 months.
Yeah, definitely. Like, he's only got himself to prove it. So, like, hopefully it's not another Bentaleb situation. Like, hopefully he comes in, does well, because he'll get game time and all. I've seen a couple of comments going, "Oh, well, it doesn't matter because you'll not get game time." I wouldn't send him here if it wasn't guaranteed game time. It's the same as Bentaleb. Bentaleb didn't deserve a fucking minute of playtime because he was shit, but he played nearly every single game. Like, that's why players come in on loan to get game time. If they're not going to get it, the team will just take them back. So I do expect him to play regularly. If he comes in, like, to be fair, the last couple of games, Hendrick's been all right. But if you can put Willock in the middle with Hayden sitting in front of the back four, Shelvey spraying balls about, with Willock linking up with the front line, I think that'll be all right. You know, like, I quite like the look of that.
And Sean Longstaff still training with the under-11s.
He can train with the fucking under-3s as far as I care.
I don't know what's happened to him, mate. Since
where's Matty? I'm just seeing someone's commented there. Where's Matty?
Well, I think that's one of the main things a lot of Newcastle fans aren't happy about. Like, an Arsenal Academy graduate's going to come in and basically take the place of a Newcastle Academy graduate, a local lad. Like, people want to say that. I want to say that. I love Matty. Sean's been on a massive decline since Bruce came in, really. Like, you can probably point a finger at Bruce there because he was linked with 50 million moves under Rafa. And Bruce has come in, and I honestly don't want to see him anywhere near this team. Like even Jeff Hendricks way up in the pecking order, in my opinion. And now we've got Willock in. Sean doesn't stand a chance, but Matty's never done that wrong. He came in for them 3 games around Christmas time against the 3 best teams in the league, which is a bit random. He hadn't played a game in a year. Who does he play 3 games in a row against? Man City, Liverpool, and Leicester. All right, no bother, Brucey. Fucking hell. Just chuck the kid to the wolves, why don't you? But to be fair, particularly in the Liverpool game, he was absolutely class. But now it's just going to be the same situation last season. Bentaleb came in, guaranteed game time, frozen out, nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. And Matty's a player as well.
He's a really good player.
When Sean started coming through into the first team squad, and you know, Sean had probably 10 or 12 games that the last 4 or 5 months of the season, and he played really well. But I spoke to one of my mates who works for the academy, and they said, watch out for Matty. Matty's a player. Matty's definitely the better tactically and in terms of his technique than Sean. And then he came into the first team and he's done really well. And I don't understand what Bruce has got against him.
Oh, fucking hell. Wilson puts one over the bar with a scorpion kick.
Wow.
That was really good played on the left. That was class played on the left-hand side by Miggy Almiron. Puts it out wide to Ryan Fraser. Really good footwork there from Miggy, twisting and turning around 3-4 players. Flicks it out to Fraser. Fraser whips in a good kick. A good cross. Really well. It gets a header on it. And now is that Gary Cahill. No, Scott Down gets a bit of a header on it. It's going behind Wilson. Sticks out a heel. Flicks it over the bar with a little Scorpiano. Lovely stuff.
It's like it's a different players, man. They've all put masks on and come out, because this isn't the same team that was playing 3-4 weeks ago. It's like chalk and cheese at the minute. We're actually
that's the difference, though, isn't it? Like, from like the Leeds game, I suppose, was okay, but since Graham Jones has come in, literally new formation, players playing in the right positions, like Miggy Almiron, like Isaac Hayden, Manquillo playing as a fullback instead of a wing back, getting the best out of the likes of Lewis, and we're only a game and 18 minutes in, and we're probably blowing smoke up, and like, well, it sounds like we're probably blowing smoke up his arse. Is it deserved? Yeah. Like, only time will tell, but so far, so good. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be vexed, can you?
I just don't, like, and as you say, we don't know exactly. We're all giving him all the credit because we've got nowhere else to turn, because, you know, it needs to be something, so it must be. But, you know, it makes you wonder what he's actually said to these players that's all of a sudden. Like, as I say, we know that Miggy has got the ability. We know Wilson can try these scorpion flicks and can score a goal. You know, but why is no one being brave enough or confident enough to be doing any of this?
That's what I was saying a couple of weeks ago. Like, none of the Steves What's any of the Steves doing behind the scenes? Like, none of them's got a fucking clue. Like, I've seen a picture from training. I think it must have been Friday or Thursday, where Graham Jones has got the lads in a huddle and he's got like his playbook out. He's shown them paper, like they're all listening to him, and he's like trying to sort tactics and stuff out. Like, in 18 months, the Steves have been here. I've seen fucking none of that. Just disappointing press conferences. That's it.
Yes.
And shit football.
Does he let the media back in now that we've started winning, or are they still banned?
The written media, I'm not sure. The cameras and that's been there, but it was the written media he banned. I've got no idea what the situation on that is, to be honest.
Just thought it'd be so Brucey. As soon as we win, he's like, "Oh, you can come back in now." Yeah, that's fine.
I know.
Is the Chronicle still banned?
I've got no idea, mate. Quite possibly.
The Chronicle got banned about 2 or 3 years ago, didn't it?
I don't know.
I think they did, yeah. I can't remember what that was all about. Oh, shit. What a fucking goal.
Right,
I can't even pronounce his name. It's Riedeveld or someone. Riedeveld. Shit the bed, man. Fuck's sake.
That's a very, very good goal.
See, we've had all the ball as well.
Go play on the left-hand side between Eze and Van Aanholt. Gets a ball in. It's half cleared, and then from about 25 yards out, it takes a big deflection as that Manquillo tries to get a foot in.
Miggy.
There's a Miggy. Like Darlow's saving that. That's actually going straight at Darlow. Miggy tries to put a foot in, and it goes over him.
That's all right, because from what I've seen in the opening 21 minutes, I'm confident that we'll get another goal.
Yeah, aye.
As long as the heads don't go down.
That's the thing, and it's just a little. I know. He looks like the guy on James Corden's show, doesn't he? Is he like the musician in the corner on James Corden's show?
No, I mean, I haven't seen James Corden's show. Like,
League of Their Own.
Nah, he's an American thing.
Yeah, I'm so joking.
I don't think I've watched anything of James Corden since Gavin and Stacey.
None of the new ones either.
I saw the new one, but last Christmas. I was disappointed that wasn't the one this Christmas, to be fair.
You know what it is? I thought there was. Like, I'd heard there was going to be another one. It was Christmas Eve, wasn't it? So I was buzzing all day. Christmas Eve's like my birthday, and then now I probably organised my birthday around Gavin and Stacey. Sat down to watch it. It was just a fucking repeat of last year. I was fun.
I know. I did the same. Well, I didn't sit down for it, but I seen it, and I thought it was going to be part 2. And it wasn't. It's just some rubbish.
I still want to know what Smithy says to Ness.
Exactly. That's what I was waiting for. Like, I was waiting for that all fucking Christmas Eve.
It could be a yes or no, and they could wrap it up in literally 30 seconds, as long as I know.
Yeah.
They did change the song in it, though. Did you watch it that long?
What song? The intro?
No, the Christmas song. You scumbag, you maggot.
Oh, yeah.
Did they?
I didn't notice that. Because they got loads of stick. Because they got loads of stick for it when it was aired last year, like thousands of complaints.
Oh,
then
really?
like when it re-aired on Christmas Eve, they skipped that bit out.
Aye, but it's like thousands of complaints. Like, that song is like 40 years old. Like,
I know. As if it hasn't been played on the radio millions of times before.
I've heard it like in the run up to Christmas, and when I say the run up to Christmas, I mean pretty much any time from August. Anytime you hear a Christmas song, you can guarantee that that's one of probably 4 or 5 which you're going to hear 100 times. It's spoiled me.
That's
not a foul.
I think they've gained a bit of confidence from that goal, because they hadn't touched the ball for about 10 minutes, and now they've scored.
We were by miles the better team. Like, we were on top for the first 20 minutes. Once that goal's gone in, I like a lot of praise for Jamal Lewis in the comments so far. He's had a good game.
I've seen, yeah. I think he is looking all right.
He hasn't had one since he had a Norwich shirt on.
You're not impressed by him against Everton? I think that was probably his best performance so far.
Aye, to be fair, he was very good. The quick early ball into Wilson Oh,
Oh,
never!
fuck's sake, man.
Wow.
Another goal for Everton. Gary Cahill flicked on from hell. I say they've got the confidence. 3 minutes between the fucking two goals, man.
This is it. They hadn't touched the ball for 15 minutes.
I know.
As soon as they've got one,
Fuck's sake.
we've let them have it. There.
Eze with the ball in from a right. Prototypical Gary Cahill goal. Good header. Lost his man. Like, I think it was Kieran Clark was meant to be marking him. Got blocked off by, is that Batshuayi? Fucking shit defending that.
Wow. The foul, wasn't it?
Look at that soaking wet edge in there.
Have you seen enough to still think we'll get two? Or
Well, not in the last 5 minutes.
Can we rewind?
yeah,
I
think we need to. Yeah, there's a few people saying for Dubravka back as well. I mean,
Well, that's
don't
a
know if you
talking
could have done.
point.
I mean, I don't know how much you could have done about that one, but at the same time, I do think that Dubravka is the number one, and as much as we want to give Darlow his dues, I think you want your number one in net, don't you? Really?
Aye, 100%, mate. Aye.
Oh, Jesus. That's ABA, that.
I missed that. What happened there?
Jesus. Jamal Lewis absolutely crashing one through the back of Jordan Ayew.
Champion.
I've got Sky up here as well, and it's just said that that's Cahill's first goal since 2018 when he scored for England.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That doesn't surprise us. That sort of thing always happens against the town.
We literally just do everyone a favour. We gave Sheffield United a favour. We've done Gary Cahill a favour.
Oh, fuck.
3-1.
Oh, it's offside. Jesus
That's
Christ. I was going to absolutely flip me lid there.
Wow. I think we need half time.
Yeah.
And it's shit. Just as well. It wasn't even him that was offside. It was
Oh, the both were.
no, it's Batshuayi was offside. Zaha puts it in at the far post, but it's offside.
Hello, Vinny.
You want to fuck up?
I just cat jumping across the screen there, lad. Sorry.
Who? What did he call him?
Huh?
What's the cat's name?
Oh, I said Henny.
Oh, Henny. I thought you said Minnie.
Vinny.
I thought you said Minnie or Vinny. I was like, you've been getting fucking new cats, like.
No. Couldn't deal with another one.
Nah, not your mother's anyway. Fucking prick that.
Start on him. We had poor laddie at the vets about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Another £350.
Yeah.
He cost us probably £1,000 a year.
No, the moral of that is you can get cats.
Moral of the story: don't get cats.
What's Graham going to say at half time, eh?
Aye. Brucey will just be flicking through fucking Justice trying to think what fucking kebab he's going to have in it.
Graham's going to pull Steve to one side and going, aye, sorry, Bruce, you're actually right. You're shite.
I just seen before I was going to mention it, I think it was on about the 12-minute mark, the possession stats came up. It was 50-50. That's probably the best possession we had from the start of a game, like probably all season, I would imagine.
That's probably the best position we've had since, before Rafa.
No. But that was 12 minutes in. We're now almost half an hour in, and we're getting beat 2-0. 2-1.
We've got an update. We've got a comment. That Coach Jones needs sack.
Yeah, Jones, dude. Jones would shit.
Just get a new coach in every time we lose.
Oh, I wish we could get fucking Steve Bruce when we lose.
Well, this is it. Well,
you horrible diving man.
Possessions. Well, it's still not bad to be fair. 58-42 according to this.
42%. It's not bad. Wilson playing his right forward role here. Good link up. Is that Hendrick tries to get it in. Miggy blocks. Shelvey. Oh, Shelvey! Now you fucking fell over. Yeah. Fraser.
Someone.
But it's good to see we're creating. Like,
yeah,
definitely.
Definitely.
About
the 3 points at the weekend. We can talk about how we're playing in general. Like, we're actually in the opponent's
in the final third. Yeah.
We're attacking the goal.
This is what I was gonna. This is what I was saying. Was like, even if we do lose this game, losing this game in this manner is a far sight from what we're doing. We're just rolling over and losing. At least you can look at it and go, well, I'll give it a go. We tried.
Yeah.
So...
I'd rather get beat like 4 or 5-1 and put an effort in and, had 10 shots at goal or whatever it would be. I'd rather lose like that than lose 1 or 2-0, have 25% possession and no shots.
Yeah.
Because at least there's an effort being put into it.
Definitely.
Graham Jones has ruined us, apparently.
Where is this comment? Who's saying this?
Yeah, this is in one of the WhatsApp groups that I'm in.
Oh, right.
Oh, Keg's gone. Disappeared.
So he has.
This is in one of the lads' WhatsApp groups that Geordie Rick's in.
Oh, right. Yeah, Shelvey's probably missed the ball there. What was it? I seen one earlier in the... Oh, I can't remember who it was now. I seen one earlier in the weekend. Someone else did that and fell over the ball. Oh, it was Werner for Chelsea in the box, 6-yard box, fell over.
Oh, yeah.
How's it going, Keg?
No fucking connection problems. And it used to happen for a 5-10 minute spell nearly every day. And it's usually during a fucking match day. It hasn't happened for the last few games, but usually every fucking watch along, I just die. I just fucking disappear. I'm like, all right, just for that.
Wasn't a poo break, was it?
No, I could do with a drinks break, to be honest. Like, it's fucking boiling in here, and I haven't got a beer in front of us. What's going on? Nick has the cracked fucking internet around here. It's fucking shit.
He does. He must be a regular.
And I am a little bit parched here, because usually I have a beer prepared. Like me and Renty fucking sort this out together, but the day I've had it all day by myself the last couple of days.
That's true.
Well, some more jet setting across the world must be nice.
Wish we could go with them.
Yeah, fucking 100%, mate.
Do you not have invited with?
Yeah, as a conversation piece, which one of these dinosaur managers would you rather have at your club?
Let you go first, mate.
Joking here.
Bring him back for the hat trick.
I'm not fucking here.
I'm not fucking here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even a conversation I want to have, really. I mean,
no, it's lived in thought, innit?
Yeah, I'd much rather just sack them both and go Graham Jones, saviour.
I know, literally.
I mean, I remember when. Well, this is. Well, no, we're.
Ball in, Fraser. Saved. It's a good ball in, that.
At least we're picking the ball up again.
I thought it was offside. Everyone just seemed to stop still there. Oh, replay's been cut short. The corner's been taken quickly. And now it's offside, for fuck's sake. Get that replay back on. There we are. That's good work. Is that Wilson? Wilson's an absolute fucking beast, and he what a ball through that is, and Al Fraser holds his line. Just doesn't get it over Gator enough.
Getting
flicks his hand up.
Getting these two working together.
100%.
That's got to be high
They just-
on the...
You can see there's a bit of a
Yeah.
bit of a tandem starting to build on that.
The chemistry's coming back now, and it's like Fraser's just been unlucky, and like obviously he's out of match fitness. He was out for about 5 months, 6 months nearly before we even signed him. And just as he's come in, he's just been getting there, but then picking up injuries. So he's just constantly just never fully fit, which is so annoying. As you said before, like when he came in, like even for free, he was a great signing. Like it was only like a year or so ago. Arsenal were bidding like 25 million for him. Like so, from to come here for free, amazing signing. I was so happy with him. Like we've seen glimpses of him, but really just not anywhere near enough. Like not really what we want so far. Manquillo's cutting in edge of the box. Free kick right on the edge of the box. Wilson's taken down. Come on.
What do you mean? You'll have to have a look at this one. He's went right through the back.
Yeah, he really does. Jordan Nation on the edge of his own box.
Who's on this then? Do we think Shelvey or?
I'd say Shelvey.
And I have to have another look at this obvious foul.
It's a bit of a funny angle, isn't it? Like it's pretty much near enough where Murphy scored his free kick from against Wolves, isn't it? Like it maybe doesn't sit right for a right footer like Shelvey. Miggy and Shaw are standing over it.
Wow.
I didn't really fancy Miggy, like he's fucking shit from range. What's your pop this in?
Just from range.
I think Shaw looks a bit more confident.
Knuckleball.
Miggy steps up. Oh, it's not too far. Not too far at all. Oh, it skims the bar now. Takes a deflection and off the bar. Ooh, fucking hell. Good effort.
Thomas says, bring back Big Renty. You missed him, mate. He was on.
Yeah, I know. Oh, header from the corner. Who's that shot? Oh, fucking hell, man. We're coming so close here. Oh, Shaw's free as a bird now. No one's marking him. From about 6-7 yards out. Square in front of the middle of the goal.
That was awful. If he didn't have a top knot, he would have scored that.
I was just thinking that. Right. If we keep putting the ball in, we're bound to get one soon.
Right.
Well, you hope so anyway. This is Newcastle we're talking about.
3-0 Man United there, Keg.
You see now. I think I just put fucking Bednarik in my fantasy team and all the prick. That always happens to me. I'm so shit at fantasy team. I'm such a fucking jinx. If anyone wants to know how to win points on fantasy team, just have a look at mine and then just do the exact opposite.
I'll put in
fucking wank.
Wilson today, so I've got an assist. So
I just took him out. That's what I'm talking about. I just took him out before the fucking Everton game because he wasn't getting a sniff. I've been meaning to do it for a couple of weeks. Like if he didn't score against Leeds, I was thinking, oh, this cunt's got fucking no chance. But scored like 1 goal in 11 games. I was thinking, why the fuck have I got a Newcastle striker in my team? So I took him out. Then he scores 2 goals. Fucking absolute jinx.
Everyone's injured. I took Harry Kane out. Vardy's injured. Bamford's got a knock. There was no offense to Wilson, there was no one left. He had just scored 2 though, so
I think I replaced him with Calvert-Lewin. I had him in my team at the start of the season, but then he got that injury, so I had to take him out. I think I replaced him for Wilson, actually. I think I put him in when Calvert-Lewin went out. And then when now he's back, I've took Wilson out, and it's just that fucking out of the pot. I didn't follow my fucking team.
Go on, Shelvey, blow the foul. Nice.
Come on. Hendrick with a shit ball in.
Weird man, Jeff.
Wank that. I bring back Big Renty. He should be back on Saturday once he gets himself settled in Dubai, but he's currently flying at the minute, so good luck with that one. It's on his way from London to Abu Dhabi.
Will he be poolside, do I think?
But from tomorrow he will be, aye. Shaw pops one from range. Ooh, not too far.
Not a bad one.
This is it. Don't be scared to have a shot, you know.
Absolutely. I said that against Everton because it's Jordan Pickford. Just literally shoot.
Yeah.
Like we've got players that can do it, like Fabian Shaw, Jonjo, Shelvey, even Almiron, Fraser. I thought if Murphy was going to start, Murphy's decent from range, but obviously he didn't. Like, honestly, shoot because he's so dodgy. Like Wilson, Almiron, whoever's further up the field, just need to like be on the last man, waiting to pounce on a mistake. But we didn't even need to do that. To be fair, 2 good goals, 2 good finishes.
That's it. Where?
Oh, come on, Isaac.
Batshuayi shoots from range. Easy save for Darlow. Jeff Hendrick's taking a little bit of stick in the comments. What's your thoughts on Jeff Hendrick, Pooley? Has he earned a spot over the last couple of games? Or?
To be fair, I didn't really get 4-0 Man United.
Fucking hell, is it? Cavani. Jesus.
Wow.
When we signed him on a free from Burnley, he was getting quite a lot of stick, and I'm very realistic. I'm not one of these fans who, that we get stereotyped for, I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I think he's a good player. He's a squad player. He's exactly what we needed. And I didn't understand the flack he got at the start of the season.
Actually for free.
Well, that's it. You know what I mean? Not everyone is going to be a Ryan Fraser on a free. You know what I mean? You've got to have squad players who, because let's face it, he does the dirty work. He gets up, he gets back, he puts in the tackles. I think he did the second most running at the weekend, and you need that player in there. And granted, he's not been great the last 3 or 4 months, but I mean, what Newcastle player has been good the last 3 or 4 months? And definitely the Leeds game, that was an improvement in his game. And then obviously at the weekend, everyone played a lot better. So you could make the argument that if the team's not playing well, he doesn't play well. Sometimes you get players who, when the team doesn't play well, they some players react and they roll their sleeves up, pull their socks up, and they get on with it. He mustn't be one of those players, so he must be impacted by the performances around him. Yeah. But I like him. He does a job. At the minute, we're playing with 2 or 3 centre midfielders. And, ideally, you need at least one of them to be good going forward, at least one of them good going back, and someone in the middle who will do the dirty work. And for me, he does the dirty work, and he does it relatively well. Would I rather have N'Golo Kante?
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Fuck him. He'd cost too much, man.
It's one of them. He's better. He's if you're gonna drop Jeff Hendrick, who are you gonna play? Matty's a different type of player. So, and Sean's gash.
That's true.
Sorry, I'm having camera troubles here.
No worries, man.
Running out of battery. But yeah. I mean, Hendrick looked great in that West Ham game, didn't he? If only he played like that every game.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a long time going out though.
After that debut, like that was literally what I was trying to say to everyone. Like he had like a man of a match performance, a goal and an assist in the opening game of the season. Like when he did get so much flack, it's like this is what he can be. It's like Joe Willock. Give him a chance. Like Newcastle fans got quite often like way too quick to criticize signings. Like we've got Mike Ashley as the owner. Do you expect me to get fucking Neymar? Like this is what we can get. Like we've got Jeff Hendrick on a free. Like he's maybe played a little bit more than I would have expected. I was happy enough. I wouldn't say I was buzzing about the signing, but it's good enough. Someone who's got experience both in the Premier League, internationally. He's been around. He's done it. Like I think how much did Burnley buy him for? He's about 15 million or something, wasn't he? He wasn't that cheap. But it's a squad player. good enough. Like, absolutely nothing at all wrong with him, but it is maybe he's just playing them too much. But as you say, who's really going to replace him? Shelvey's form's way too consistent. You didn't really know where Matty's future lies.
This is it. Like, when you bring Hendrick in and he started the season well, even then I'm still thinking, it's another option. It's another player for a position where we might need some help. But at this point in the season, start of the season, you're still expecting both the Longstaffs, to be featuring a lot more in this team. And then for whatever reason, Sean's not playing well. Matty's not getting the game time. So Hendrick's just in the team a lot more than maybe would hoped he would have been. And if anything, now that's not Hendrick's fault. That's the players around him need to sort themselves out.
Mm-hmm. I think Hendrick will be the one to suffer with Willett coming into the team, though. As I say before, I think with this particular formation, I think there is a pretty good dynamic there with Hayden sitting back with Shelvey and Willock on the outside. I think that's a pretty good way to go forward. If Matty's not going to get a game. So Jeff's there for the squad depth.
Was Willock not available for this one, or was he just left him at home because he signed late last night?
I think they had to register him by midday, which obviously Newcastle left it till the very last second.
That's not like us, is it?
I know, that's pretty weird. That I was literally watching Sky Sports all day. I didn't know what I was expecting. Like, there was still talks about like Hamza Chowdhury, Maitland-Niles, the kid from Celtic that ended up getting Villas-Boas sacked. There was a few rumours going around, so I was just waiting to see who it was. Then obviously I think we're settled on Willock, and it was meant to be announced like any minute, but I literally stayed up until 11 o'clock. Literally just as I got the notification through from Twitter, like with like the done deal, I was like, "Are you taking the piss? You've literally waited until the last second." It was probably done at about 5 o'clock. They're just being pricks. They're just like, "I'll just fucking wait till 11 o'clock. Just leave them waiting."
I gave up, me. I didn't think we were going to do anything. I was surprised that we did.
No, I wouldn't have surprised us if it fell through. Like, they'll narrow it down. Like, there's only going to be one. Like, I highly doubt we would have gotten any more than one. They were all centre mids, and centre mid wasn't necessarily the position that we needed, unless it was like a proper good number 8, someone who can link up the play and be more attacking. Like, I think what Joe Willock is. Like I say, he's probably a better option than Chowdhury, who was a bit too defensive.
Yeah.
We weren't going to get any more than the one. It was literally just process of elimination, who to get. Would you say that Maitland-Niles was maybe a better option because he's versatile, isn't he? I think a left back would have been our best option, which Maitland-Niles can play as a right or left wing back, full back, centre mid, fucking defensive mid. Like, I think he would have been a better player to go to for what we needed anyway.
Yeah,
he definitely gives you more options.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the thing, as I say. I mean, I'm happy that we've brought anyone in, so I will take it. And I think he'll do us a good job, so I'll take it. But again, we've got players who are sat in the wings, like Matty Longstaff, who I want to see feature, whereas left back, it's Lewis, isn't it? That's it. I mean, Dummett. But even then, I would say Dummett is a better, left-sided centre-back than a left back, So I think there's, and even, striker, relying on Wilson, God forbid he's not feeling well or whatever, and we're looking at potential struggles there. So, if anything, I would say, centre back, centre mid's probably our most busy position that we've got.
Yeah.
But as I say, I'll take anything at the minute.
I don't think Mike Ashley would have gone for another striker, like even for the wages, like even if it was just a loan, I don't think he would have wanted to fill up the wages with obviously £40 million Joe Linton sitting on the bench, and with Andy Carroll and Dwight Gale still in the squad, I think it would have had to take one of them to leave to bring in another striker.
What about Jetro? Forgot about him. Jordan.
Fuck Newcastle, man. Newcastle honestly fucking pissed me off. Like, obviously we weren't going to get fucking Jetro because it was way too obvious, because it's a player that we need. We need his position.
And free.
We need someone in his position. Like, was he going to be available for free in the summer, or we're going to have to pay him little for him? Was that going to be like $5 million or something? It's not exactly.
I'm sure he was available for like $6 million.
And 15 million on Jamal Lewis.
So even this January, like, we need someone in that position because we've only got Lewis, and up until Saturday, he'd been shit. Willems was available. He was cheap. He wanted to come, which is fucking bizarre because you already spent half a season with Steve Bruce. Why on earth do you want? Why on earth do you want to come back? Like, he's a really good player. Honestly, he's a really, really good player. Like, I don't understand. Like, he could do better. He could do better than playing for fucking relegated, fucking just hovering on the fucking borderline Steve Bruce, Mike Ashley team. Like, why on earth he wants to come back? Unless he enjoyed the nightlife, which obviously he can't enjoy at the minute.
Probably just enjoys being in the Premier League. And he was a big fan favourite as well, which I'm sure he liked being as well.
Mm-hmm. I think he's got like a soft spot, like almost like a second team or something, because he always used to come to games when Gini Wijnaldum was here, didn't he? So maybe he's just got that support in him.
I mean, it must be good to come in anywhere and for instantly everyone to love what you're doing. He's actually younger than I thought as well. He's 26. I had it in my head he was older, so he's not even, because with Mike Ashley's rules of not signing people that are over 22 or whatever it is, he's younger than I thought as well.
He's one of them who seems like he's been around forever, though.
Exactly. Even when we signed him a year ago, I thought he would have been about 29 or something, just because it seems like he's been, like you say, it seems like he's been playing forever. When we signed him, he's like 25. I was like, is he 25? He's been playing for fucking PSV or something for the last 15 years. Aye, proper. Like you say, he's still quite young. He's only like 26 or something. So literally, he ticks every single box that it makes too much sense. I think someone made a good point the other day that similar to Solomon Rondon. Like, it was just too perfect. Why the fuck didn't we sign Rondon? Because it made too much sense. And the people at the top are absolute bellends that cannot sniff out a good deal if they tried.
Yep.
That's it.
You'd rather rock the boat than just do the right thing.
Could have got Rondon for, I think he had a 16 million buyout clause, or the maybe could have negotiated a deal to send Gale the other way, which I think West Brom would have been more than happy with if we sent them like 10 million plus Gale or something. Could have got that, but no, we'll take a massive gamble, spend £40 million on fucking Joe Linton.
Which is mental when you think about it.
It's absolutely fucking bonkers, mate.
Like, if that was like, if that was your boss at work and that was his like decision making, you'd be genuinely concerned. Like,
I know. Like, do you need help?
You'd be whistleblowing him to like all sorts of different authorities. Like, absolutely mental when you put it like that.
This is the thing as well that blows my mind even further, is that all that Ashley wants is to stay in the Premier League to keep his money, right? Mm-hmm. So what would he rather do? Buy a player who we know is tried and proven and will keep us in the Premier League, or go and spend £40 million on an unknown person that we hope will do well? Like, not only is it crazy, but it even goes against Mike Ashley's own logic. So
yeah, of course.
For once, it probably would have been an agreement of a decision, and somehow he still manages to get it wrong.
Yeah, I know. 40 million fucking pound on Joe Linton, man. Bizarre. So it is half time at St James's. I don't even think I mentioned that. We're probably nearly ready to kick off the second half soon, but I just been chatting shit. So half time, 2-0 Crystal Palace. So far, who's been the standout player, do you think, Rubenstein?
Well, I'm tempted to say Wilson, to be honest. He's running hard. I've seen some nice bits from Miggy as well.
Miggy's played well.
Yeah, I think we've just looked generally better. I think I've had to say two. I'd say them too. I mean, obviously it was good that Shelvey got himself a goal as well. Fell over an opportunity later on, which could have made it 2 for him. But,
It looked like it was going to be like for like that one, didn't it? It's just coming in off the edge of the box, drill it in, but it looks like he lost his foot.
Could have been. What about you two? Who are you saying?
Bully?
Sorry, mate, I was encapsulated by the lovely blonde. I haven't know who it is yet. Can't work out who it is. But I think what Rubenstein said. I think Miggy's playing really well. And he's I don't know what it is. I think he seems like he's not necessarily got a bit of an end product, but he seems a lot calmer on the ball. So he's actually picking out a pass which is always good. Jonjo took his goal well. I haven't really got complaints about anyone. Wilson's obviously holding the ball up and running in between the lines really well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's been a bad performance on the pitch. I think their offside goal we're quite lucky with because that was really poor defending.
Yeah.
And then I think that first goal, which they're just showing there, takes a deflection, doesn't it?
It does.
Who's it
Was
come off?
it me? It's Clark, isn't it?
It's
Kieran Clark.
That's unfortunate because if Clark doesn't get in the way, it's saved.
Yeah.
Gary Cahill header, you can't really do much about that. It was a good powerful header from 6 yards.
To be fair, it was Clark again, really, wasn't it? Clark lost his man.
Yeah. But, I mean, everyone seems to be playing all right. Hopefully more in the second half. A little bit more conviction, maybe.
Tell you what, you watch that first goal back that Shelvey scored. It is Miggy, isn't it? Flicks it over the player's head and then on the volley across the pitch to Wilson. That's cracking, that. And
what are your thoughts
to bring it down?
What are your thoughts of Wilson playing on the right, like a right-sided striker with a Miggy like a false nine, like we played on Saturday?
To know, I mean, it's working, so I won't shout it down. But
that was my that was my predicament really, because I didn't like the look of it, but we actually played really, really well. I'm got a 2-0 win with Wilson getting the 2 goals, so you can't complain.
This is it. You want your main man in the middle, don't you? So when
exactly,
I'm thinking I'm sure I'm happy with this, but if it gets us, a 2-0 win and he scored twice as well. So
exactly, and that's what I was thinking, especially during the first half, because Wilson actually played really, really well on the right-hand side, linking up well with Manquillo. But I was just worried about balls going into the box because it's either going to go to Miggy Almiron, playing as a number 9, who's about fucking 5'2", or Ryan Fraser, who's about fucking 3'9". You know what I mean? Who's attacking the ball? If you get a ball in, Wilson, if you haven't got Andy Carroll, Wilson's the man you want in the middle of the box, but not them fucking the borrowers.
I kept re-watching the 2 Wilson goals from the weekend. Couldn't the first one, the header. I think
great, wasn't it?
It was obviously it was a brilliant header, really good movement. And obviously he deserved it because he grafted, but it was so unexpected, for us to score.
I know. So even a couple of games beforehand, I thought, to be fair, Shelvey's set pieces, his corners and his free kicks was spot on against Leeds. Well, I think it was the week before. I think it was Villa. Everyone was shocking. Couldn't beat the first man. Barely got it past the fucking near post. But the Leeds game and the Everton game, his delivery was absolutely brilliant. And we don't really score that many goals from set pieces. They were corners usually shit. Sean Longstaff, he's another one who often stands over set pieces. He's garbage at them. So what chances have we got getting goals? But that driven ball in was class. And for the angle and how far out it was for Wilson to adjust his header into the far post right inside the corner away from the keeper, it was an outstanding header, wasn't it? It was brilliant.
It takes some neck muscles to.
It does, doesn't it?
Right from his hips, right the way through his body, but the width that he gets on his head is unbelievable.
The technique was spot on, wasn't it? Brilliant.
I nearly pulled a muscle in my neck just watching it. More out of amazement because I was like,
Ben says reaches the west corners. I might rush down just as the second half kicks off. I'll go and get me a little tinny. You've got to have one during too much money.
People are all asking where Gateshead Graham is. Someone was saying he was in the stands. Is he in the dugout? Have you seen him? I'm not even sure.
He was there for the first 20 minutes, and then Steve Bruce set him off for a steak bake.
That sounds like it, to be fair.
So you just go and get the snacks in, Graham. I'll take out from here.
1-0 up, he comes back to 1.
I know. Oh, Steve, I've only got 20 minutes.
we know what happened now.
Hey, went around the corner, Steve. Fucking hell. Hopefully he'll be back at halftime, given the team talk, so we'll come out well in the second half. So that first 20 minutes was actually fucking spot on, wasn't it? Like, we're absolutely dominating.
We did.
We're absolutely class, and then fell to shit. Well, we've got ASM on the bench. We've got a few changes to make. What would you like to see come on? I'll put the subs across the bench, across the bottom now. We've got Matty Longstaff, Elliot and Anderson, Saint-Maximin, Joe Linton, Carol and Gale.
Well, I think for me, the question is, do we bring the Saint-Max on now, or is it going to wait till the last 2 seconds again?
I think Fraser's had a good game, though.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't necessarily... Yeah, you're right. You know, who would I take off? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. And maybe just keep it the same for now. Wait until about the hour, 65-minute mark, and then see where we're at now. Because we're down as well. It's like the same against Everton, but we're 0-0 at half-time. Yeah. We're playing well. We just like keep going at the hour mark, get Maxi on. I think we needed them legs. We needed that pace. But so far, I think we're playing well. Like, we're just obviously down on the scoreboard.
If we give it 20 minutes and we're still losing, bring on Saint-Max for Hendrick or
maybe
and go 3 at the back if we're brave enough.
Oh, that's very brave.
It is brave, especially for Bruce. We've only just managed to talk him out of a 5 at the back. I don't know if you'd go 3 just yet.
Oh, I know. You're asking something there, like. Bruce wouldn't be a fan of that one.
Some Toon fans are mental, like, aren't they?
I'm scanning on, like, I can see you smirking at your comments.
I'm just looking for some of the comments, mate. I'm not going to call anyone out. I'm not that guy.
You get a vast array of them.
Oh, I forgot that's why, man. Southampton's down to 10 men, aren't they?
Oh, after 2 minutes, of course it is. I forgot about that.
That's why they're 4-0 doing it half time.
I was gonna say that's a fucking kind of big score, like, because you know it is though. They're on next game. Fucking brilliant. Get that fucking momentum down. Get the heads down.
No. Because this happens to us all the time.
I know it does.
Sheffield United being the number one hadn't won a game all season. The playoffs to win.
Look at them now, though.
7-0 the day, and they'll come back. And
I know. Pump, won't they?
It happens every year. It's guaranteed.
Is it home or away on Saturday? Can't remember.
Away, I think.
It's at home.
How's it at
home?
It's at home, aye.
Not that it matters.
After this game, that's 4 losses in a row for Southampton in the Premier League.
Is it? Fucking hell. You know why? Because I've got 3 of them in my fantasy team.
Your mate scored goals.
I've got Bednarek, Ward-Prowse and Danny Ings. I was actually going to put McCarthy in and now, but you can't have any more than 3.
McCarthy's been good, like, to be fair.
I know.
Not the last 4 games he hasn't, obviously, but
I had the West Brom goalie on the bench. I swapped him for McCarthy as well, so I've done the right thing. At least he's not conceded 4. I suppose he didn't get a clean sheet.
Well, I had this Palace keeper in nets for the first 8 or 9 games of the season, and he was like he wasn't picking up any points. I thought, right, I need to take your keeper out, but I always consistently had injuries or suspension, so I never got to take him out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to take him out one week, and it was the week that Palace got humped 7-0. And I just managed to get him out of my team that week just in time. Otherwise, I probably would have retired.
Rubenstein's got the supporters in the comments. Everyone loves a bit of Ruby.
Hey. Cheers, guys.
Back on our way now at St James's Park. Second half out. No changes from either side. 2-1 Crystal Palace. Maybe getting another
started.
Oh, as I was just about to say, we'll maybe getting another guest in soon. We've got one waiting in the wings right there. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
It's definitely not who I think it is.
Who do you think it is?
Rick.
It's definitely the prick.
Hello.
No.
There he is. Hey, Rick, back on the Magpie channel. How are you doing, sir?
Not bad yourself.
Spot on, mate. Have you got some lines in the side of your head?
No, I've just got too much hair, mate, because of lockdown.
That looks like
Tell me about it.
So you've got a couple of tram lines.
No, it's just half an old man hair. Hiding the back of it. It's got a bit bald, but trying to keep the noise down a bit. Kids are in bed. Done me evening workout and had a bath. It's been a kind of good evening. Even had a sausage casserole. Actually, no, a sausage risotto. This game's out.
Did you say the first half, or are you just joining now?
No, I was doing my bicep workout. I was doing a bicep workout with the volume, watching the football. Volume muted on me workout video. So we like come to it. No, mate, to be fair, I thought it was actually really good first half. No, decent first half, mate. We had a 10-minute spell where we just dropped back. But then after that, I think we've had some chances. There's plenty of goals in the game. I've actually enjoyed 2 games in a row for once, so I can't complain too much.
So despite being 2-1 down at half-time, happy enough with the performance? Think we can come back in the second half?
Apart from the 10 minutes when we went mental and just let them... I wouldn't say they played well. We just sat back. I don't know what was going on. But I think other than that, we played really well. Wilson and Almiron has been excellent. On a different day, we could have had three other goals. Like, obviously, Shaw missed. Fraser had a couple of chances. Hendrick had a chance. We've had more chances today than we've had all season. So,
you're right. Like, I forget about like the Hendrick one, especially. That was a good chance. And Shaw had the header from the 6-yard box when he was free. Put that one wide, an effort from the edge of the box. Shelvey had a couple of efforts. We have had quite a few fair chances, to be fair. Like, I think we have definitely been the better team. So we can be optimistic. I know there's going to be people critical, people fucking kicking off that it's 2-1, but we have been the better team. We just need to keep our chin up. We've still got Saint-Maximin to come off the bench as well, so we've definitely got an opportunity to maybe even take 3 points. I think coming off the... I think even after, like, what was the losing streak? Fucking 11 games or something? Like, we've just come back, got our first win on Saturday. If we can take a point here, it'd be all right, you know what I mean? I think it's acceptable, but I definitely think we've got good enough to get in a couple more goals and try and take all 3.
There's definitely some more goals in the game, like, without a doubt. Why is Jones not on the touchline, by the way? Is he in the stand? I've seen it on Twitter.
Everyone's been saying that. Like, to be honest, I haven't even really noticed, but it's probably because he took the fucking limelight. You obviously seen Bruce's press conference fucking kicking off, taking out the limelight. Everyone's like fucking Jonesy in. Fucking Bruce is raging like, you can't stand in the sidelines. You can.
Wouldn't surprise us, you know.
His press conferences are scaring me, and that's just clips. But how can he be that unhappy being in apparently a dream job? Surely you know what the fans are going to be like.
It's like everyone's getting worse. Like, he's just saying just bizarre shit. Just more and more negative every day. Ball in by Lewis. Outright, Manquillo tries to get it back in, but too much on it. Where are you at, Geordie Rick, on the streamsies? Because we were trying to sync them up at the start of the stream.
Hayden's just passed it to Lewis. Lewis is passing to Fraser.
All right. We're about the same then. Got a free kick. Ref tried to play on, but Fraser's got the advantage, got the free kick.
I think I'm pretty much up there with Isa. It's not too bad.
Spot on.
I haven't dated in my living room because I'm watching it through the PlayStation. So,
so now you got Sky Go on all the BT app, right?
Sky Go.
I was going to say the thing that scares me in the BT in the Brucey press conferences is the bits in between when he's doing this and shaking his head and looking like he wants to cry on camera.
See that?
Like, for someone to be who claims to be a massive Newcastle fan, where you can't be that big of a fan and be a Sunderland manager. I don't care who you are. Like, you wouldn't wear that with pride. But
I think the
like,
stress is I think it's just the stress is proper getting to him.
Look at logistically. You knew you were manager of Chef Wed. You knew the fans weren't going to take you. Like, surely you come in, like, don't get upset if you're just trying to change it. Like, is it meant to be a dream job? Like, it's the day and age, and obviously everybody's on Twitter and stuff. You're not going to change that. Ooh. But
punched away by Gate. That ball's back in. Hendrick, come on. Shelvey on the edge of the
Out
box.
wide, out wide.
Go on, Lewis making the run. Quicker then, fuck's sake. Fraser tries to whip it in. Blocked. Still go up for a corner. But like with Steve Bruce, like he went to Sheffield Wednesday after formerly being at Sheffield United. Then when Newcastle were interested in him, obviously it's the dream job. He's a Geordie. But he actually came out and said, like, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to quit my job. I'm not going to go to Newcastle if they want us. 2 days later, he quit his job. He's kind of Newcastle. He's a proper bellend one, isn't he?
That's what he said a couple of weeks ago, man.
Oh, go on, yes, yeah. Oh.
Deflected.
Nelly went in for a fucking
Mickey tries to run from the edge of the box.
When he was getting like slated in the press, and it was just before the Leeds game, and he was like, "Oh, you know, like, and I've seen enough tonight to like give me hope and everything, blah blah blah." And he literally like almost word for word said, "You know, like I'm not a quitter. I don't pack. Like I don't leave. Like I'm here for the long haul. Blah 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 blah." And then the next day it was like a list of all of his jobs and how many he'd been sacked from and how many he'd left. And it was absolutely horrendous.
I know. I'm not a quitter, like, mate. You've quit like fucking 80% of your jobs.
80% of the jobs he's quit from, which was quite scary, really.
He's I think he kind of obviously it's 2020, 2021. No, jeez, that's awful.
21. I keep getting what you're to be honest.
30 years old. It's 2021. This is awful. Oh no.
Well done.
Challenge. Excellent challenge. But I think it's obviously people back in the day, managers would kick off because they'd be in the papers and they couldn't handle the stress. It must be mad now. Quit everything. Must be
like for anyone really, anyone in the limelight, any player or any celebrity, like
you should know that.
It's part and parcel of the job these days. Like
that's the thing. Like back in the day, it was just newspaper or like mainstream media, and now people are like stabbing cabbages on the top of like metal fence outside the training ground, and you've got to think like he's got to go into work and see that every day. That's got to take a toll on a man.
Fraser ball in, Wilson claim the corner.
It's mad as well, you know, like because you would think some players would just respect him for his history as a player. Like he was a really good, won everything. So in a way, you should respect. But then you look at his managerial record, like Saint-Maximin. Why would he really respect Steve Bruce? Like
I know.
He's not going to take him to like another level, like at all. Like when Nara, you know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, so
best thing he done was an FA Cup runner-up when he was 2-0 up at Wembley.
You didn't even do the Pardew jig either.
I know. He's did a little jiggy to get a bit more respect.
Well, this is it for me because we weren't going to bring anyone in. It was any good because we didn't have the money for it. And if the option is bring in Steve Bruce or someone else on the carousel of crap managers that spins around the Premier League, then why not go for like, well, I don't know what ex-player or what, but you look at. I know Lampard's just been sacked, but, it hasn't gone that bad. Gerrard's doing all right. I just feel like a bit of fresh air was needed rather than just jumping back on the same old crap that we've been on for too long.
That's the thing, 100%. I think the issue is at the end of the day, it's Mike Ashley, because I think even some ex-players wouldn't want the role because, like, come on. Well, football's mental these days. Anyway, have you seen Villas Boas today? Kicking off saying he wants to leave.
For a player we were actually linked with him. Steve Bruce wanted to bring him in. Fucking Villas Boas gets him and he fucking quits his job.
Is Dennis Wise working for Marseille now? Is that what's happening? Dennis Wise?
He must be, Is he outside next? Fucking Nacho Gonzalez.
Yeah. Cisco.
Cisco, fucking hell.
Oh, God.
But that's my fear about Bruce quitting, getting sacked, whatever it is. Like, let's not forget, it's still Mike Ashley. Bruce was a Mike Ashley appointment. My fear is who replaces him. It's not exactly going to be fucking Mourinho, is it? Like, who's going to come and work for Mike Ashley? Like, it's going to be someone absolutely shit.
Everybody's telling Eddie Howe and you know what? Eddie Howe scares the life out of me. He was good bringing the team through. You give him money. He signed Solanke. He signed Jordan Ibe. He spent so much money on terrible players, and the defense got worse. He never improved the defense. They got relegated through having a terrible defense. Like that scares me. That we might play some nice passing football, but like if we haven't got defence, we're relegated. We're that bad.
I think the thing with Eddie Howe is like he's young, British.
Mm-hmm.
He took Bournemouth right the way through the levels.
Yeah,
and I think that's what resonates. And I think it's not the same, but when there's a half decent English player comes through, like their transfer value compared to like a European player is through the roof. And I think it's similar in terms of management, like especially now we're getting into the era of the Lampards, the Gerrards, Rooney, etc., etc. I think they're gonna be like I think it'll be hard to prize that sort of player manager away from clubs that are already at, whereas in the past it could be bought.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's scary, man.
I mean, you're going to take Derby down, like, so.
Aye, definitely.
No chance they're staying up.
I think it's mad though. Like all my England tournaments, it was like Gerrard, Lampard, Rooney, and now they're just managers. I feel like football managers happening in my lifestyle.
It's like your fucking Champman 02 season.
I'm Champman 102, and you kind of get Wayne Rooney, and now he's retired. It's like
that's mad, isn't it?
Makes me feel very old.
It's insane.
When did he come through? It was about 2002, 2003 or something.
2002. 2002. He was on Champman.
And all, wasn't
he was on the one after Champman 0102, but it ran slow. So then they released another updated version 0304. He's on that. He's banging.
Fucking hell.
Very sad. If you want to know what's really sad, Champman 93, Steve Bruce is me captain still for Man U. He's a legend. I like when that game.
Wow.
So you're saying you're Bruceian, are you?
It's Champman 93 or 94, mate. Where are anything after that, Bruce, oh, God. Andros Townsend. It's mad, though, how we ended up with Steve Bruce. God.
First change of the game made there. Wilfred Zaha has been forced off with an injury. Ex-Toon player, the best 6 months of his life. Andros Townsend.
Yeah. I was at the West Brom game when he scored 1-0. Horrible game, but he was my hero that day.
He was good for us.
He was a brilliant signing. It was just too little too late. Well, it was a proper like rush by pretty much from a McLaren one. It was Shelvey and Shelvey and Shelvey and Townsend were the January signings to try and knock it relegated.
Yeah. Did Townsend go to Crystal Palace?
How did we get relegated with that team? We had Ronaldo, Sissoko.
Exactly.
And Wijnaldum, Sissoko, and we had a really good team like Yan Gambiwa.
We seem to think we shouldn't get relegated this season. I look at this team, and I look at that team, and I think, hold on.
I know. And Mitrovic, Jose Perez.
That Norwich game, though, forever.
Ooh, there's a one for you.
What, the championship one?
You mentioned earlier about who would you rather have, Steve Bruce or Roy Hodgson. Who would you rather have, Steve Bruce or Steve McLaren?
Wow.
No, the thing that scares me most.
The minute Bruce is keeping him in the league.
I was so optimistic about McLaren coming in now. He tacked such a good game, and they backed him. I was like, this is going to be a cracking season. It was horrible. But to be fair, we've got Steve Bruce.
I've been appointed to the board of directors. That was like the thing, wasn't it? It's like, I'm not just the football manager. I'm the head coach. I've been put on the board of directors. That went well, Steve.
He went home though and won the league with 20, didn't he? Insane. You got a Wolfsburg on that.
To be fair, Mattia Kesman scored 34 goals in 36 games in that league, you know what I mean?
So that kid for Borough, what was he called? Alves.
Alfonso
Alves. He was wicked in the whole British league.
Class, really.
I'm sure he scored a double or a hat-trick against Man U, then never scored again.
I was thinking that's such a good signing now, a world class buy. I was thinking, why has he got to Middlesbrough though? I was like, surely he can do better than Middlesbrough. He's fucking scoring goals. He's like the next fucking Cassian Huntelaar, and he's just got to Middlesbrough. So the fuck. I think Huntelaar's just gone back to fucking Schalke. I feel like he's played for them for a little bit 3 times.
Who, Huntelaar?
Huntelaar.
He's still playing.
Apparently, I just see it on Sky Sports today. I was having a look at the January deals. There's loads. I just didn't even realize. I was like, where the fuck have I been throughout January? I've been hiding under a rock. There's loads of deals I didn't even have.
Just seen Josh Madja signed for Fulham, and that I've just found that out now. On loan.
That was just last night. I think that was a late announcement. I think that was an ongoing thing throughout yesterday, but it wasn't announced until earlier on today.
Josh Madja, ex-Sunderland player.
Oh,
Just
right.
Fulham on
I
loan
like
now.
him, you know. He looks really fucking good, him, to be fair. Like, I know he was scoring goals in League One, like, but he looked really good in League One. But he's been scoring them for, has he been at Bordeaux? He's been scoring goals for Bordeaux now, so I think he's
9
really good.
and 41. Checked his Wikipedia page, but to be fair, it seems like he's done all right. He's come on a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this they're on about? I missed that.
Josh Madja, excellent striker.
The one who when on Sunderland on Netflix, the Sunderland Till I Die thing. Proper pinning the hoops on Josh Madja coming through.
He looked a really good player, to be fair. Like he was the only hope, really, though, wasn't he? I think it was the season before. That was the other young kid. I can't remember his name, but between him and Josh Madja, they were like the saviors in the book.
Or the one went to Swansea, I think.
Aye.
Yeah. And that was another one as well, though. George Honeywell.
Fuck.
Honeyman.
Aye.
Honeyman.
Here he is. The savior's on. Come on. It's fucking game time now, boys. How are you? Pick up.
Game time. This second half's been awful.
It has, to be fair. Like, aye.
I know, nothing's happened. Who's coming off to, I think?
I don't know.
I'll put money on it being mine.
That. Oh, it's Hendrick.
Yeah. Oh, well, he's going for it.
That's a brilliant substitute.
Got 2 Newcastle fans here. Is that Ted? Get on, son. First appearance on the Magpie channel.
Absolutely sick.
Because he's got to put up with living with fucking Jolly Rick.
He doesn't like it. It's like,
Jeff Hendrick.
He was a kid there, he's raging.
Happy with that sub? What we're thinking about that one? Jeff Hendrick.
Wow.
I didn't see that one coming, to be honest.
Seems like it's a positive sub. I don't know what's going on.
You know? That must have been Graham. Graham must be down from the terrace.
He's back from the pasty shop.
He's been sitting up on the stands going, Steve, do you not realise that Jeff Hendrick's a little bit shit and you've got some Maximin on the bench?
Steve's been on the phone. Graham, where are you?
I need help. I'm losing the why.
Could you please come back, Graham?
Fucking 71-year-old White Hodgson getting the better area, man. How are man fucking sorted?
Well, like, how did we end up with the wrong dinosaur? Like, Hodgson's actually doing an alright job for Palace compared to Bruce. And David Moyes is flying with West Ham. Like, what's going on?
I wrote West Ham off at the start of the season. I honestly thought they were relegated. Like, even we were the first game. We made a fucking easy 2-0 win away. Even before then, I thought, they're going down. Then after that pretty much confirmed it for me. I was like,
there are a few bad results away from a disaster, the same as Palace. Yeah. They've not got anything. Like, to me, there's no plan in there. It's just sort of not very good. How are Saint-Maximin? How are Saint?
25 minutes left to play. Saint-Maximin's finally on. The second half has been pretty fucking dry, like, and it not much.
It's really exciting.
We looked so much more creative and daring in the first half. I don't know if we look.
That's what, like, people keep kicking off with the Toon fans. Like, if we had halves like that, we wouldn't really be as bothered. Like, we're trying. like we're creating chances and stuff. Like, that's all I want.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I said it at the start. I went, if we lose, then it's not great. But your man was saying, like, if we lose 4-0, but we'll give it a good goal rather than just rolling over, lose 1-0, don't get out our own half all game. You know?
That's the thing, like. That's not a free kick, man. It's never a free kick.
What's the formation? I was just playing with it.
I really didn't know what formation we're playing. It just used to be like a typical Brucey thing, you know, like when we're losing, just tie another attacking player on, then there's just absolutely no shape.
Right, did you see that come out on BT? Making his first start since November for Saint-Maximin? Well, I did say that he hasn't started. He hasn't started. It's ridiculous.
Way to go, BT.
Sorry,
60% possession, apparently, according to Ross. That can't be right, can it?
I don't know. I wouldn't have thought so. But
what, 62% for who? Us or them?
Must be us, I assume. Oh, yeah, Maxi's on the ball. Maxi's driving through. Plays the ball into Callum Wilson. Go on, Wilson. Why are you taking a touch, man? Oh, it's a goal kick, and that's not even a fucking corner. He shouldn't have took a touch there. He ran into danger.
Danger.
It's Nathaniel Klein getting back. Fuck's sake.
Oh, a lot can happen in 25 minutes, to be fair, though.
That was the impact from Saint-Maximin, though. That's where we need to get him, like on the halfway line, getting the ball, driving forward. It was a great through ball into Wilson.
I reckon Callum Wilson would be hard.
I think he would. You know, he's got some kind of guns on him.
Do you reckon Callum Wilson would be hard? I reckon he'd be a canny hand, me.
Pretty harder than me, so that's how I judge it. Like,
it's not very hard when you look like David Platt.
Cheers, man. Actually, they look like David Platt. Just like them.
I reckon he'd be a handful.
Who, David Platt?
No, David Platt. He's off his tits. Yeah, David Platt's off his tits.
I bet I'm harder than Gale, so it's alright. If you're not from England, if anybody's watching not from England, they've got no idea what's going on.
Isn't it? Yes. Stop
Sorry for the international fans. If you didn't know who I'm talking about, have a little Google of David and Gale Platt change your life.
David and Gale Plattman.
Gale Platt.
What was his daughter called? Sarah. I had a massive crush on her when I was young. I was about 10.
30 years ago.
Loved Sarah back in the day, man.
Right, we're not having a Coronation Street watch along, so we can end this.
Can we change this?
I had to guess what we'd be talking about in this. It wasn't the Coronation Street.
And if Matty comes on, I didn't want to hear any Chesney jokes, right? Just fucking leave the Coronation Street crack to the side, right?
It's not a separate podcast.
Oh, might yeah.
So
Coronation Street podcast, eh?
He's a mile offside.
I know. It's an awful run, that, like. I thought this might have been a free kick, you know. Oh, no, you got the ball, to be fair.
It's a ball.
Andros Townsend with his magic hair.
What was that, Kay?
With his magic hair.
I was just about to say he looks 10 years younger now. He's clearly been to that hair transplant in Turkey that everyone can't see.
Lewis Hamilton and Al, he's the same.
Well, let's not chat about him.
We need to start attacking here, like the commentator cracked as well. I think it was Steve McMahon, or actually it was someone in the studio, so not Jermaine Jennis, the other guy. I can't remember who it was. He went just as we were coming at the second half, like Newcastle's got a lot of great options with Andy Carroll and Dwight Gill on the bench. Great. Putting them in the bracket of great.
What's this fucking 2014?
Pundits went great. Get Roy Keane on, tax some sense.
I fucking love Roy Keane. He just fucking says how it is.
BT's punditry is awful, though.
It is wank, like, isn't it? Fucking Jermaine Jennis, man, have a day off.
Has Mike Loan been sacked yet, no?
I haven't seen him for a while, to be fair, you know.
That's true, actually. I've not either.
In fact, well played, BT.
Yeah, no. Love BT. I haven't heard from Mike Loan in quite a while, to be fair. Corner to Newcastle on the 70th minute. Ryan Fraser going out to whip one in. Away, man. We need to get this fucking equaliser.
When are we playing next?
Saturday.
Who against? Southampton at home.
Yeah.
To be fair, they're getting absolutely tonked off Man U. They're on a bad run of form, Southampton. So
this is their fourth.
It says four losses in a row. Aye.
Sure, they'll break the duck against us.
I said that.
I know, literally. Genuinely will.
I don't really. Do we beat Southampton very often? They seem to beat us whenever I watch. I don't know why. I just don't really feel like we get a result against them.
What was the score down there? Was it 2-0 to them a few months ago? 2-1?
Remember when they had Marnie and that they used to smash with?
Who? Oh, Marnie.
Marnie, isn't it, back in the day? Ever since they come up the league, it's been like a little bit, probably not a bogey team, but every time we play them, I have a sense of dread that they just kind of smash for like 2 or 3 now.
Go on, Wilson.
Just seeing that now.
Wilson's had a lot more of the ball. This game worked really hard. He's coming deep again. He's probably just sick, like.
He done well there. You talking about how hard he is. Like, see how he turned there. Just shot on the shoulder, fucking get out of there. Then
get him in the UFC. He's that hard. Get him in the UFC. No, obviously the first half when he megged the kid, sprinted on past it to Fraser. Really good. He's coming deep for the Balmo.
Aye. Well, we were talking in the first half. Like on Saturday, he was playing more as like a right-sided forward, doesn't he? Like with a armor on, playing as a false nine. I say, like, I hated the look of that. I couldn't stand like a striker playing out wide with a fucking midfielder in the middle, but it works really well. Like, it pisses off how well it actually works. But
it's mad to me because everybody says Jones, but for me, how can the players play like they have for the past like 11 games? Like, surely you realise you're just not getting forward. Like, just take it upon yourself to get forward.
Oh, Shelvey heads it over from the corner.
For me, like what you're seeing there,
6-0 to Man United. Yeah,
6.
Fucking hell.
Like, for me, if you're in that bad of a run of form, like, I'd like to think as a group of professional footballers, you could take it within your, like, upon yourself and like say, right, lads, we've got to do something here because whatever he's telling what to do isn't working and we're getting pumped every game. Like, surely, you know, you've got players like Jamal Lascelles, Jonjo, Shelvey, like players like that who should be leaders of the team.
Yeah.
Why aren't they speaking up? Why aren't they going like, come on, we need to do something here?
100%.
It's very much like, you know, like I've been saying to like a few of the lads, like, if we go down this year, it's not going to be like the last 2 times because we haven't got a Kevin Nolan, we haven't got like
Joey Barton.
You know, we haven't got that core of players, Stephen Taylor, Ryan Taylor, you haven't Shola, like
Colaccini.
But Barton, Nolan and stuff, didn't we?
Yeah. Like a young Andy Carroll, but like
worked out well at the time, like trying to prove himself. He was awesome in the championship.
Oh, unbelievable.
But Niall Ranger then, no.
I think he was.
I think they did actually. Probably. Yeah, I loved the young Niall Ranger when he came through the 2. Now not have a fucking bad word said against Niall Ranger. I thought he was absolutely fucking class. Like, I remember I played a game against Arsenal. He absolutely, mate, they went out and bumped into him at the gate, mate. We'll not get into the time where I nearly got shot by Niall Ranger, but we'll save that for another podcast.
Go on.
I think Sammy was there now, wasn't he? Sammy Amiobi.
Sammy in the lift, That's 3 at home.
Oh, ball in. Header! It's Shaw in the box. Shaw in the box for that cross there, but not enough on the header. Fraser's had a good game, you know. Fraser's had a really good game. From not being well, from being a doubt for this game, he's got an illness, but I'll just play for 90 minutes.
Was that a real thing? Saying he was sick or something and then he's starting?
Yep.
Brucey just trying to throw people off that, I'm telling you.
I know, but that's what I said at the start of the video. Like, so Fraser's a doubt as he's got an illness, but Saint-Maximin, he's ready to start. He's been a sub for the last 3 games, so he's looking good. He's ready to start. What's he done? Played the sick lad and started Saint-Maximin. Bench Saint-Maximin. What the fuck's he doing, man?
Well, this is why you can't ever take anything what he says. Like,
no.
Like when he comes out and when he actually, if he ever does get something right and he tells you what he did, you don't believe him because he's lied so that many times. You don't know what's right and what's wrong anymore.
I'd half expect fucking DeAndre Yedlin to start on Saturday.
Well, yeah.
he pulls stats out the bag, and I haven't gone back and checked, but obviously you see online, and like they're just not true. And you just think, you're living in. Like it's not like the 80s or the 90s when you could just get away with saying what you want, just like word of mouth. Like it's just ridiculous. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah, man. 15 minutes left. Still got 2 changes to make.
I would actually just bring who's on the bench other than Gale and Carroll. Bring Anderson on and someone.
Anderson, Gale, Carroll, Julian on Longstaff. I'll update it there. Put it across the bottom.
It's Matty Longstaff though, so that's not too bad.
Matty Longstaff, Elliot Anderson, Julian on Dwight Gale and Andy Carroll. All of them to use still for the
whatever they do not bring on Sullivan. Please. Like, and I get a lot of stick, and I didn't want to give him a stick. I just didn't play him. Like, sell him. Like, I'm sure he's a lovely, lovely lad, but my God, he's not a footballer.
I just take the loss on him, just sell him.
He wouldn't make a difference in League One. Like, I'm not just like saying it like I genuinely don't see him.
Did he not see that goal he scored against Morecambe?
Stop.
Another League Two, but still.
Still scuffed it into the ground, didn't he?
He's terrible. He's terrible. Like,
yes,
terrible.
Gale.
Is this? Oh well.
Right, hopefully it'll be like the game against Norwich in the Championship. We'll have a nice little 3-2.
Keel come off. Oh,
was that a game?
Wow.
This is what I mentioned before. He literally just fucking hoyed strikers on. Like, what formation are we playing? We've got Wilson, Gale, Fraser, Almiron, and Saint-Maximin all playing. What fucking formation is this, man? How weird, Bruce?
So we've gone 3 at the back there, haven't we?
Well, this is the thing, right? Is if you chuck too many people on in the same position, they don't know where to stand anymore, and it makes things worse because you've got 3 players trying to stand on the penalty spot, and they're in each other's way. Like,
he fucking always does this, Brucey, man. He hasn't got a clue. Like, there's no shape, there's no form. No one knows where they're meant to be because it's everyone's standing on top of each other. What we playing 3-2-5.
Andy Carroll for sure. You can do defensive and attacking duties.
I know. Fucking hell, I'm lift and crack this.
You might even pull out a Stuart Pearce move and put a keeper on. That's what
Get David James on it.
The funny thing is that was planned.
That's the thing. Did he not have John Macken on the bench?
John Macken.
And John Macken is a striker, and he was, to be fair, he was decent.
Cost $5 million or something back in the day.
He was decent for like, you know, the era that he played in. He was all right. Yeah. And then it was like, I'm sure John Macken, like years later, came and said, like for me that was the day I knew I had to leave, like, because when we're in the changing room, all of a sudden I saw a shirt with James 1, but it wasn't a goalkeeper shirt, so it was completely and utterly planned. Like, so it wasn't a case of we'll just chuck the big lad on. It was I'm gonna put him up front.
That's basically like the Andy Carroll tactic. So it's Steve Bruce, Sam Allardyce would love that. He'd love a fucking big JMO up top. Just chucking up to the big lad and get him on.
No wonder England have produced no footballers though, because went on to be the under-23 manager for years.
He wasn't he? Like, was he not assistant manager for a while at all? At the first team?
Probably. Like, no wonder that golden generation did nout. And then I think he was Capello's number 2, or maybe it's even Wise. I'm sure he was someone's number 2. Fuck me. That's good ball.
Oh, yeah. Ball in over the head of Wilson. Saint-Maximin keeps it in.
Just get a penalty.
Oh, go on. He's running in. Go on, Saint-Maximin. No, blocked by Scott Dan.
Oh, that hurt.
Right in the bars. He's alright. Big Dan's bars onto it.
Right in the bar.
Good play by Saint-Maximin.
Did it actually get him in the bars at all?
I don't know.
That's unbelievable, that, mate.
No, it's the foot.
Oh, I think the inner thigh in it.
Fraser whips one in. We'll mix up at the back. Shaw keeps it in. Oh, they get it back in. Go on.
Oh, it's unlucky, that.
It's Kieran Clark there, 9th striker.
Oh, nice.
Well, then Almiron out to Saint-Maximin on the left. Almiron, Saint-Maximin cuts in, blocked again. Go on, Fraser! Shoot! What are you doing, man? Why didn't you fucking shoot there?
We're pushing.
Fraser on the right-hand side of the box, man, had loads of space. No one was closing him down. He tries to lob it into the back post. Just fucking try to drill one top corner.
You know, in the first half, people weren't scared to shoot. Now we need to just start having a go. I mean, it was some good play, though.
The weird thing is, I would have took a loss against Everton because on paper they're a decent team, but I expect it to beat Palace. So it's like I'm 3 points out of the 2. I sort of can put up with. But it's
I think a point here would be good if you offered that at the start of the game. Like, you'd be reluctant to take it. You think we can get 3 points
from them too. Yeah,
exactly. Like, it's not the end of the world, but I should be getting at least a point from this game. We'll beat them 2-0 at Selhurst Park in November.
They're not very good. They keep nicking results in Palace.
No, they're really not. Far from the likes of Zaha and Eze, and even like AU, like there wasn't decent players like Benteke's there now, Townsend. Like they have got a decent team, but it's probably the same situation as us. They've just got a fucking dinosaur manager who's not getting the best out of them.
I was never a free kick.
Nah.
Man of the match so far, lads. We'll get your nominations in.
Yeah, if it's a Newcastle player for me, Wilson.
Yeah.
I suppose I don't know. I'd even give man of the match to for Palace, because normally the team that wins gets man of the match, but they haven't really played that well. Like that, they haven't really well.
I think we've been the better team.
Yeah, we've been definitely the better team. That's why I'm not really disheartened.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. As I say, at least we've actually shown we're actually trying to progress to something. You know, if we'd come out and we're crap again, we'd be like, well, what? Like we're achieving nothing. At least we can go into the weekend and know, well, we didn't win, but at least we're getting there. You know.
In the way obviously everything is at the minute, Bristol gets slaughtered for this, and really we've been the better team. You can't really kick off that much.
Yeah.
Like, this is what it is. Apart from his crazy substitutions. But yeah, so I'm not really disheartened or anything. But then obviously you risk, if you lose to Southampton and then it's like 13 losses or something, or due to 14, or not winning out of 14. That's a really bad run when you look at it that way. Where maybe a win, draw, win. Ross's
comment: we've had 17 shots in this game, had 61% of the possession. I mean, I wouldn't.
That's going to be the best all season.
3 weeks ago, I wouldn't have ever seen that happening. I would have taken half of that.
I would have assumed that was Palace.
Yeah, exactly. So
17 shots and we've got fucking 1 goal.
Yeah, well, not as many on target, like 4 on target, I think. So, but still, at least we're giving it a go.
I feel like we're getting FIFA'd.
Yeah.
This is mental. I don't say we'll have more possession against Southampton, though. Southampton's a good team holding the ball. I'll have to counter Southampton.
They are a good team. Like I like Southampton, but they're on a run of 4 losses in a row, currently getting beat 6-0.
I was going to say, they're going to have a point to prove at the weekend after getting thumped 6-0.
Feel sorry for them in a way. They've had some unbelievable players. They could have had a hell of a team if they hadn't just sold every best player they get.
Yeah.
They're literally just like the Premier League's like feeder squad, aren't they? Like, we'll just produce all the good players and you can have them anyways.
Crazy. Ever since Walcott, it was like Walcott, Bale, Chamberlain, and then the players the scouting department must be excellent.
Lallana used to be really good until he left, and then
Lallana, Nathaniel Klein was one. Shaw shoots from range.
Mane, Van Dijk.
Mane, yeah, you're right. Wow.
Even Luke Shaw, like at the time was unreal.
What about Ali Dia?
Legend.
One
hit wonder, unbeaten.
Was he George Weah's cousin or something?
It was Graham
supposedly,
yeah. Graham Souness got fucking South doing the river on that one. I get George Weah's cousin in neighbour.
Do you think
18 attempts for Newcastle to their 5. We've had 4 shots on target. They've had 3.
We've definitely been the better team. Everything stats short. We know that, you know what I mean? So obviously Bruce is going to come out and say we've played better, which he's not lying. Then I'm sure there'll be a lie in there somewhere. But
well, there's some positives to take. I seem like fucking bullshit.
Encouragement. He's not a quitter either, so that's all right.
For a change, though, to be fair, there actually has been some encouragement in this game. There is some positives to take out of it, where the game, whichever game it was, we got fucking beaten. Was it Leicester? I can't remember who it was, but there was absolutely no encouragements to take from that game. It was fucking shit.
I hope the press asked him why Jones wasn't on the touchline. Like, it's just it's silly to me. Like, it's such a little thing like the cat.
That's better. Shelvey shoots from range. It's just desperation time. Yeah, like
Which cat's that? What's the name?
L.
Meow. My dog's passed it on the settee next to us.
That fucking effort from Shelvey, man. Do you know the height difference between Fraser and AU? Fucking hell, he's a proper midget, him, like, isn't he? Go on,
like Geordie Rick standing next to a normal sized human being. That.
That's that please, man. David Platt smiling out.
Who's got longer legs, Johnny Rick or Ryan Fraser?
I beat him in the torso department, so it's a longer torso.
Your torso's with 3 foot, like, innit?
Yeah, it is, man. Oh, where? Are we on TV on Saturday?
We'll be on somewhere.
I think so, yeah. They are, right? I think I got changed. It's on Sky or something. Fuck, I can't remember which one.
BT,
but I think
BT again.
BT.
How are you, Maxi? Fucking decent, man. Well done, Maxi. Beats his man. Beats another one. Beats another one. Doesn't beat another one. Beats fucking hell. Oh, Bednarek's been sent off, man. Fuck off. Bednarek on a Johnny Woodgate own goal and a red card, and he's in my fucking fantasy team. Actually, you know what it is? I don't actually know if he is. I think I put him in for the weekend's games, which I'm obviously going to have to take him out because he's going to be suspended. Let's have a little look at this. Oh, no, he's not. Yes, he's not. Get in. Got away with that one.
Really?
Because he's on -6 points.
Wow.
Fucking hell. He's on my bench, thank God for that. I'm going to have to take him out for the weekend's game then because he's a little bit suspended.
At least didn't put him in. At least he's on the bench.
I know. I honestly thought he was playing. Thank fuck for that.
I done the usual with the fantasy football team. Did it for every 6
weeks.
Oh
my God. Kieran Clark off for Andy Carroll.
I tell you, centre back for a striker. Defensive and attacking.
We've got one defender. We've got two. We've got Shaw and Lewis at the back. We've got Shaw and Lewis at the back.
I mean, if it works, then I'm.
I'll
say well done, you know.
We get ready for long ball.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
This is the thing, like, yeah. Crystal Palace are just going to sit in and just head it away, clear it away, and whatever. Like, if anything, we're crowding the space that we've got to from Saint-Max to work in. I mean, if we lock the long ball in and Andy Carroll scores, then I'll take it all back.
Can't believe that shit, like.
Well done. Oh.
Just looking to buy some time down at the corner.
Andy C.
Let's have a look at this shape. Looks like Fraser's playing right back. We've got Hayden at centre back. Miggy's playing centre mid. Jesus Christ.
There's no shit. Yeah, they're just.
He literally is playing right back, Ryan Fraser now. What the fuck is the point in that? Might as well just kept Mankey on. Shaw with a block in. Fraser gets a foot in.
No, it's 8-0 in the Manchester.
8-0?
Didn't even know it was 7.
Bruno scored a pen for 7.
Not like him to score pen.
Fuck me.
Oh, they've got. Oh, no.
Oh, right, well done. Squares it across. Oh my God, what a miss from Jonjo. Jesus. What a miss that was. Fucking hell. That was just the defensive shape there. Like, they just cut straight through. Riedeveld or whatever the fuck he's called. Straight through. Squares it to the back post. Andros Townsend misses the sitter.
Because he still loves the tune, man. He didn't want to score.
Go on, Miggy. Out to Fraser, the fullback. Ups one in. Wilson. Oh, Shelvey got in his way there. Maxi keeps it in, though. Shelvey got in his way there. Fucking, he should have
That's
just
what
gone
I'm
for it.
saying. We've got 3 players
Oh,
in every
no.
attacking position at the minute. At least spread them out a little bit.
God, is he
How many
injured?
men have
Injured.
Southampton got on the pitch?
9.
Before
Before our
Before
last game with them, I remember talking to Dan from the Saints View, Southampton fan, and he said when they got beat last season off Leicester, I think it was 9-0, wasn't he? He says like that was probably the best thing that ever happened to them in hindsight because that pushed them on. Like in hindsight, obviously it wasn't fucking great. They weren't celebrating the Leicester goals. They are getting, but like the way like they've come though, because they were like at the bottom of the league. Hassan Hutel was nearly getting sacked, but it completely changed them and look where they are now. Like they're actually they were class, but I don't know what's happening now. This 8-0, I don't know how they can explain that one. Like
They should start doing that for the crack now. When the opposition team scores, they should just start cheering.
Well done, lads. Get no.
Oh, God.
4-minute stoppage time. We're into the 93rd minute now. Palace are on the attack because there's absolutely no defenders. Ball in, blocked by Shaw. How are you, man? Go on, Shaw. There's a free kick. Pushed over by AU. Literally in the last 2 minutes now of stoppage time.
No need for that, really.
Tactical.
Well, I've just froze, so last minute, let us know.
Probably been out to see anyway. You might as well just fucking turn off, mate.
I know.
Shelvey lumps one in towards Wilson. Oh, Fraser. Gale stops his run there. He could have fucking ran after that. I know. Gale just stopped his run there.
Scott Dan, man of the match.
Really?
Was that who got
I
it?
think I hit my nuts.
Or is that just for you?
To see out for Roy Hodgson, an agonising minute, but to be fair to the defensive line, they haven't really come under major pressure, have they?
No. 9-0.
Give me.
9.
9-0.
Well, I think that's coming up. Is that the second time it's been beat 9-0 in 2 seasons?
It's lifting that like. And now things are bad in that Brucey, but Jesus Christ, one beat 9-0.
8 different goal scorers as well. Everyone's having a go.
Crazy.
If you noticed in the first half, like I was trying to keep up to date with it, to be fair. But let's say like you only get so many characters. So I think I'll say at the bottom there, I stopped after 4-0. I ran out of characters at 4.
I think so. That was running the characters now.
Good one. We're overtime now. 94 minutes played. We're looking for one last final pump. Lewis to pump on it. Oh, pump it in! Stop turning back.
Get it in the butt. Oh, God.
And now stop fanning on. Oh, fucked it here. It's into Hayden. Come on. Lewis whips it in. Into Andy Carroll.
Andy Carroll?
Oh, he got his hand there as well. Oh, fuck, that was it. That's it. That was the fucking chance. Oh.
Didn't even see it because my stream's dead.
Done.
And that's it. Full time at St James's Park, being beat 2-0 by fucking Roy Hodgson's Crystal Palace. Jesus Christ.
It's awful.
Oh, good. You know, it's like when you play well and lose, it's so much fucking more frustrating. Like, we'll always say that though. We'll say like, oh, we don't mind getting beat as long as we play well, but it's just fucking deflating and it's shit. But there's positives to take from it though.
It's awful. Right, I'm going to shoot me. I'm going to get myself some after workout snacks and then get to bed. Watch Sex Education. Living the dream. Living the Netflix dream.
What you watching?
Oh, God.
Right. That's it there then. Game's over. We'll be back shortly with the instant reaction and player ratings to come as well. So stay tuned for that. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe while you're here. And we'll be back on Saturday where we'll beat Southampton 9-0.
Looking forward to that one. See you later on.
Thanks very much, lads. Thank you
Cheers,
very
lads.
much for everyone joining in as well in the absence of Big Renty flying out to Abu Dhabi.
See you later,
Thanks for having
boys.
me.
All right, right.
Yeah, boys.